All right, stand and rise for the pledge of allegiance, please.
No.
Pledge of allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all.
Please guide us as we make wise and informed decisions for the good of borough residents. Also, please keep our military and first responders safe. Amen.
Yeah. Are you sure? Yeah, I got that, but I'm trying to get more info.
Dave's getting another chair for you. Okay, we had executive session, meeting called order. We had executive, Mike's here, he's just having some bathroom issues. Not a problem, dude. We had an executive session held September 7th, 2024 for security issues. And another one, executive session prior to tonight's meeting for some legal matters. Okay, Mike, go yours.
Visitor comments, if there's any, please stand up, state your name, your address, where you live and all that, and you'll have 3 minutes to speak. Any takers?
Visitors comments, Mac. Any visitor comments? Okay.
I just real quick. I just saw that we were Alex Schrader property. I just saw on the agenda we were going to possibly vote, or we've already done that, to allow a zoning officer in place. I just wondered how quickly after that I can get some of these permits and stuff signed. So.
Don't have an answer for that, or how quickly those things will start moving.
Okay.
I suggest you fill them out, turn them in, and be patient and try to work with it.
Of course. But that's something that at least we have the authority to do as of now.
Yes.
Okay. That was my question.
As of today.
As of today, so that we can submit them and at least they can start the process.
Yes, correct.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Anyone else?
Yes, Walter Woods, Canton Township. There were some people in the borough office on Friday at 10 a.m. approximately. Does anybody know what that was about? Particularly Amy Seeley, Dave Preston, I think maybe was here.
Yes.
Is that something I can answer?
You want Chris to answer that?
Yes.
Go ahead, Chris.
So it was requested that we exported the video from the digital video recorder and everything, put that in a safety deposit box. So that's what we were doing there. We had to pick that information up there Friday and we put it in the safety deposit box across the street over here.
I'm wondering why everybody you have all the access to the recorder, right?
What's that?
You have access to the recorder, right? The passwords and everything?
If we're in the office, yes.
Okay.
Remote access has been disabled.
Was Amy Seeley here?
Yes, she was. Yes, she was.
Why would she be needed for that?
I guess she wanted the audit and some other stuff, but we didn't give it. I don't think we give it to her. I'm not, you know.
Was anybody from council here to make sure she didn't get anything?
I was here.
Is that why they were carrying boxes out for her? So
yeah.
I'm just asking if anybody from council.
I don't believe so.
Did council authorize her to be here?
No.
Okay.
Is the article in the Canton paper accurate that she's destroying papers out of 10 boxes?
So are you?
I'm the one who put
Mary,
those
stand up and
in
Stand up and
say your name. Introduce
I'm
yourself.
sorry, I'm Mary Graham. And I am the former Secretary Treasurer of Canton Borough.
As far as, I kind of know what you're talking about, the paper. I would assume that they're just allegations at this time. I don't know if any of that's been proven.
I can tell you what's in those containers. That's it. I put them there to be saved. And I was afraid in the process of moving over here, there might be mice or something right on the metal containers.
Anything else, Ms. Graham?
How is this moment?
Anyone else?
Yeah,
Go
Jim
ahead.
McDonald, Canton. It was observed that Amy and Dave Preston were at the Canton Bank along with Mr. Boggs. Was that to secure the information in the safety deposit box?
Again, can I answer that? Was that on Friday you were talking about, sir?
Thursday or Friday.
So, yeah, the video recording hard drive was stored in the safety deposit box at Chemung Canal Trust Company. Yes, Amy was there, as well as, who was the, can't remember
Dave
the name.
Preston.
Dave
Yeah,
Preston.
Dave was there.
But the borough council know this was going on?
Who was the, I can't remember her name, the lady who was going to take her place.
Lana Bly.
That's the one. Lana was there as well.
I knew Chris was taking it over, but I honestly didn't realize that Amy was going to walk with him.
Mr. Boggs, is this the video unit that has
State your name,
the
please.
alleged taping of them taking documents out of the vehicle?
State your
Out of
name.
the, Sean Packard, Canton Borough. Is this the what you put in the safe deposit box? Does this have the recording of the theft of documents from the facility?
So the video recording that was exported to the external hard drive, the contents of the hard drive, was all the contents video recording from the earliest back that the recording still had on it from early September, all the way until I believe last Thursday, which is when, because I had to choose a time to export, so it was all the way to the time I was standing there. That was exporting the camera that was in the office here. But yes, had pictures of everybody who was in the office at the time.
Who's that safety deposit box? Is any of their names on the safety deposit box?
No.
Okay.
No, it's my name and David Preston. That was only because at the time we didn't have the ability to have
I'm sorry, hold on. David Preston's name is on the safety deposit box?
only because we wanted to have two people there.
No.
Give me just a moment.
Let him finish.
Give me a moment. So am I okay to discuss this?
You're fine.
Okay.
Chris.
So the reason why is to make sure that there was at least two people at all times, that one person would have singular access to anything in any of the safety deposit boxes. So that way, I had a key, Dave Preston had a key, so we would both have to be there at the same time, and then those two keys were given back to council. So we don't have the ability to get into them at all. And that was only because at the time, the members of the council wasn't available to open up a box. That's going to be on the docket, I assume, to do that, so we can get that on there.
And you know that he was not a council member any longer, correct? That he's just a regular citizen, he had no ties to the borough?
Yes, we knew
He was
that.
there in the capacity of just as a neutral representative.
He's not a neutral representative. Council knows this, right?
Yes, we do, Walt. We will take care of the situation, okay?
Okay.
Anybody else?
Thank you, Mr. Boggs.
Thank you, everybody. Next on the agenda is approval of minutes from the October 7th special meeting. We need a motion.
I'll make a motion, we accept the minutes from the October 7th special meeting.
I'll second that motion.
Any discussion on those minutes? Roll call. Joy Williams.
Aye.
George.
Aye.
Jennings. Brian Cole.
Aye.
Dave Aston.
Aye.
And Deanna Watkins.
Aye.
And myself, aye. Legal counsel, special counsel. We have a quote in from Eckert, Siemens, Sharon, and Malote, I think that's how you pronounce all of those, for $5,000 for 1 year, with a $255 hourly charge for other expenses. Mr. Koval, well, let's get a motion first, and then we can go into
Could
discussion
you
about
clarify
that.
that a little bit, please? What their function is?
When the discussion comes up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I move to retain Eckert Siemens as temporary solicitor and special counsel if needed until we find a local solicitor to come to our monthly meetings. Subsequently, Eckert and Siemens would serve as special counsel if we were to hire a local solicitor to maintain order and handle the more complicated stuff if needed, like labor and employment matters.
I will second that.
Any discussion? Ms. Graham?
Yes, I'm sorry. There is a Pennsylvania government agency that I use frequently because I was a very prolific grant writer, and some of the things I went could have been iffy legally. And I called them incessantly, to the point that I didn't even have to tell my name, they recognized my voice. Their purpose is to help municipalities deal with issues like this. And it may save the fee for the attorney, because you'll have the state law on your side. I have,
What's the name of the agency, Mrs. Graham?
I'm sorry, the
The name
agency.
of the agency?
It is, just a second now. It is Departmental. Pardon me, my old age is catching up with me. Departmental.
Director of Community Affairs or Economic
DCED,
Development.
Departmental, thank you.
DCED?
Yeah, DCED, that, yeah. And I will give you a printout that I just downloaded. That has all of the information about them. And they are here to help train people how to do things correctly, municipalities.
Okay. Well,
Like I
that's
said,
good
I use
information.
them.
Thank you for sharing. I really appreciate
They
that.
are full. I mean, you cannot stump them.
No. Well, thank you again. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
It's a
Anyone
good
else?
resource, like I said. We've acknowledged it before. No one at the table knows everything, but it's nice to have resources like this so we can try and get answers and
I stumbled on it.
learn. So, well, thanks very much for your time.
I mean,
and,
years ago I stumbled.
sharing that with council. We really appreciate that.
Any other discussion on the hiring of Vicar Siemens as Canton Borough Council? If there's none, roll call, Joy Williams,
Aye.
George Jennings,
Aye.
Brian Cole,
Aye.
David Astor,
Aye.
Deanna Watkins,
Aye.
and myself. There were some different payment options on that. I think just pay, just check on the credit card.
Okay.
I don't always impressed with your interest on something you don't need. I don't know if ours are interest bearing or not.
May I say something?
Go ahead, Ms. Graham.
I would suggest that you take the shortest term possible, because again, once you start dealing with the state, you won't need the attorney. So rather than commit to a large payout,
Right.
leave the
Yeah,
options open.
I understand your concern. And then the nice thing is, I think, in our contract, it does say, it's a retainer.
Mhm.
If it's not used, it's retained.
Wonderful.
You know what I mean? So that's something that I think, would be very
Mhm.
helpful. So,
Thank you.
again, thank you for your concern.
Yes, thank you, Mary. Appreciate it.
Police, I do apologize, I didn't bring his letter. Trent Wright, our acting and assistant chief, resigned, effective September 28th. I would need a motion to accept that resignation.
I'll make a motion to accept that resignation.
I'll second that.
Any discussion on that resignation? And I'll bring that down, I'll get it down here in the next day or two. Any discussion on that? Roll call, Deanna Watkins,
Aye.
David Astor,
Aye.
Brian Cole,
Aye.
George Jennings. Aye. Joy Williams.
Aye.
And myself, aye. Street Department, Mr. Wilson, go ahead.
The new truck and the skid steer.
Skid steer.
Okay, so the new truck, I really can't give any answers till I have a council meeting. George just let me know that next Wednesday we will have a council meeting.
5 o'clock.
Committee.
Or
Committee
yeah,
meeting, yeah, it's
committee
5
meeting.
o'clock.
And then we can go over the budgets and the process with that. The grant that was out there for the truck and for the street sweeper will not be, they're telling us right now, November. They keep pushing it, they keep pushing it, they keep pushing it. Because they got so many hits on this, so they keep pushing it. So we're gonna have to make a decision on whether we're gonna wait for the grant, and if we get it, we're gonna look like fools. If we wait until any later than February, it'll be 1 year after February before I'll be able to order. Well, I won't be able to order again until December on the chassis. So then it's gonna be 1 year later after that before I get this truck completely built in. So, it's something that I'll talk to my committee members and stuff and show them what I had paperwork wise and pricing and everything on that as far as that goes. Skid steer was on there, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the skid steer has to be rebid. So we have to go through the whole process of rebidding it again, and it has to be advertised. So we can't do, because it's not CoStar, it is a used unit, we can't use CoStar for it. So we have to figure, I mean, I don't know much about that part of it, so I do know it needs to be re-advertised and rebid.
Okay.
And everything, so.
We'll discuss that Wednesday, next Wednesday.
The leaves and everything, third week in November, if I could get that advertised somehow, please, so everybody in town knows, third week of November. Last year I did it the first week, it was way too early, a lot of leaves left. We usually spend 1 week on the streets. After that, if there's any leaves left, I ask that people bag them so I can pick them up that way, because once I take that unit apart and everything.
So you want to do it for 2 full weeks, 3 full weeks, or what do you
I
want to
usually
do?
do it a week. We can usually do it in a week because
okay.
the leaf, they've cut in half.
Okay.
And most people are mulching their leaves and stuff now, so most of it's cut in half, so, you know.
The only thing I would ask, Dave, weather?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter? Okay.
It can be snowing, it can be raining, it can be freezing, or whatever, that machine will pick them, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
We can give their bodies that way. It's
All right. Thank you.
I think we need to back to
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dave.
Next I have EMA, I don't see.
Brett's not here. So.
Quick clarification with the
Okay, so
truck,
I
is
did-
that a replacement or an addition?
No, that's replaced. That's going to be replaced with Sterling.
Oh, okay.
I don't see Mr. Neely here.
No.
We'll table anything EMA until next month.
Same with the rest.
Recreation, do you have an update on the
I
DCNR?
do. So I just received, Thursday of last week, the payment schedule, on it. Terry hasn't had a chance to because she's swamped, and I understand completely, but in one of her emails, she will have this.
She's got it.
Huh?
She's got it.
She printed it.
So, basically what it is, we need to have a check wrote out to MR Dirt for $40,671, and I have no idea what account that money comes out of on that part. I don't know, but we do have to get this paid. The original contract sum was $140,000. My in-kind work and everything, all the breakdown and everything's on this other sheet that shows everything that has to be done, but I think, it all gets reimbursed. I'd like $94,000 of it gets reimbursed to us when the grant is finished and finalized. Now, Jason has been working with me. Jason Wood is the architect, and he's been working with me on it, and he's gonna give me any information. If I have any questions, she can call him, I can call him, or whatever, to try to get all the paperwork done properly for this grant process, so we don't lose $140,000.
Jason.
May I interject?
What was his name again, Dave? I'm sorry, ma'am.
Jason Wood.
Wood. Yes. I'm sorry to interrupt. Thank you. Go ahead.
I'm a grant writer.
And who you are.
You were.
I have written grants for
So you'll just make sure Terry has all the
everything that needs
information
to be
that you
done,
have. Yep.
especially watersheds, and because that was one of my passions, was trying to protect the
I
water.
believe you guys have voted 15,000 from Act 13.
But over
And
the
then the
years,
county.
Can you let her finish, please?
cumulatively, I have,
You're just cutting her off
I
right
have
now.
received over $1 million in grant money.
Mm.
I know what I'm doing. I don't know if I can still do it, but I used to be really sharp.
Yeah. This grant's over, the
Don't
grant.
keep signing contracts like that when we qualify. You're,
It was through a grant. It was through a DCNR grant.
Yes.
oh, okay.
It was,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think
We
Mr.
have a
Roll said
very
we had
high
already,
percentage of low to moderate income residents though, and that makes you qualify for everything down the line.
Are you willing to help Terry, Mary, if she has any questions as far as to what to do, not to do, and how to do it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Plus, this paperwork will answer those questions
Yeah.
too. But sure, this is one-on-one and it makes
Yeah.
it a lot easier for us.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Mary.
it's a wealth of information, and we really appreciate it, so we'll just get with
That's
Terry
okay. I
after
was
the
in the
meeting.
borough
We'll
office for
just.
many, many, many years until I couldn't tolerate it anymore.
Okay, thank you for
So
your
I'm
help.
with you guys.
Thank you, Mary.
Anything else, Dave?
Yeah, so, my part of the project is done. The unit now has been put off till possibly the third week of October now, or next week, or the following week, but they're at the end of October now, but my part of it's all done, and it's been inspected, everything's passed, they're happy with it, so, we're just basically waiting on them. But MR Dirt, and like I said, we'll have to figure that out, MR Dirt is probably waiting to get that $40,000 before they'll bring the unit over, as far as that goes, so.
Thanks for
Thank
your
you.
report, Dave.
Brian, PSAB update.
Oh, yeah, I just wanted to mention, Terry's new, and I don't know if she's familiar with the PSAB, but I've been getting some information, like there's something coming up on budgeting. I didn't know if that would be helpful to her.
Yes.
So, yeah, I just wondered if I could pass that on to her and maybe help her get signed up or whatever, because I am familiar with the program.
We'll probably have to call them today, because we're a member already. They should be able to get you in, and a lot of the trainings for us are free.
So that's all I just wanted to say.
Committee meetings, everybody try to get their committee meetings in before November, so we get at least a preliminary, if not final budget. Personnel. Termination we're gonna table for legal counsel review. Let them look over the situation and then advise us. 13, interview appointment of council members to the vacant seat. We'll do the council first. We had 3 people apply for that or submit letters of interest. Jeff Cole, Michael Landon, and James McDonald. Jeff Cole notified us that he was out of town today and could not make it. I can read his letter. But we'll go with Michael or James McDonald. If you're here, you want to stand up and speak? Have at it.
Hi, Jim McDonald, Canton Borough, 31 years, restaurant and business owner, 26 years here in the borough. I just sold my liquor license, so I'm looking at semi-retiring, which would give me plenty of time to be on the council and work in the borough and try to meet the needs of both the community and the businesses. Thank you.
Michael Landon.
Hi, Michael Landon, lifetime resident, Canton Borough. I am my own owner operator, my own trucking company. I'm very active in the scouting community, one of the leaders. I'm here to basically help try to rebuild the community, try to make a better place for the kids and that.
Thank you, Mr. Landon. Jeff Cole wrote us this letter. This is to inform all of you of my interest in filling the open council seat. I have called Canton my home since 1995 and have served in many public service roles during those years. Having started on the zoning hearing board to serving on the borough council for 4 years, chairman for 2, and currently as chairman of the Canton Borough Authority. We do have an agenda which is follow. Try to become part of a positive change in our town. I believe those who are now serving on the board hold those same values. It's time to move on and help create an environment that believes in transparency, is welcoming to others, and minimize putting up roadblocks to those who wish to invest and be a part of our community. Canton will never be what it was 30 years ago, but that shouldn't stop us continuing to evolve into a place that we can be proud to say we live here. Small, incremental, positive changes, mindsets, etc. will help us achieve this goal. What you'll get from me is a common sense approach to problem solving, who is a team player and someone who's open to different ideas other than my own. Thank you. Signed, Jeff Cole.
Right here, Mike.
Do the same thing as last time and have one of our junior council people hold for name. We go in order.
Be nice.
Oh, James McDonald, Michael Landon, and Jeff Cole. Dave, is your hat snowing tonight or not?
Fresh buffalo over.
Yeah.
I'll probably go with Mr. Lemay tonight. Shuffle those up if you want. Just want me to follow through.
Yeah. This is the first one.
That's three. Yes, sir.
Oh, sweet. First name drawn was Michael Landon. Is there a motion for Michael Landon?
Make a motion, Michael Landon.
Is there a second? If there's no second, motion fails. Number 2. Jeff Cole. Is there a motion for Jeff Cole?
I would make a motion for Jeff Cole as counsel.
Deanna Watkins and Joy Williams. Any discussion on Jeff Cole? Roll call. Joy Williams.
Aye.
George Jones.
Oh, God. Do the dates.
No.
Brian Cole.
Aye.
Dave Ashdinian.
No.
Deanna Watkins.
Aye.
And myself. Aye. Thank you, everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 2, so Jeff Cole has 1 seat on the council. So we have this stuff now.
You still gotta vote for the third one. That could be a tie as well.
No, actually, the first one that wins gets it. So we'll move on to the mayor. We had 3 people apply for the mayor. Rich Porter, who I believe is here.
Yep.
Kathy Fitzwater, who is here, and Dave Gruber, who is here. So Rich, go ahead and stand up, say your piece.
Yeah, Rich Porter, lifetime resident. I was mayor from 2017 to 2021. And have some experience in it. So I'd like to see the town get better. And hopefully, that's what happens.
Thank you, Rick.
Thanks, Rich.
Thank you, sir. Kathy Fitzwater.
Hello, I'm Kathy Fitzwater. I've lived in Canton most all my life, except I was in the military and then I came back. I want to run for mayor simply because I think we're started in a positive direction now, and I'd like to also be a part of making this a nice place to live and people to be proud to say, you know, you're from here. So that's it for me.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you. Dave Gruber.
Dave Gruber, pretty much lifetime resident. I'd like to mainly focus on having a good, reputable, fair police department and assisting borough with matters here, things like tax incentives for new businesses and stuff, trying to help improve our borough and improve our community for our children.
Thank you.
So I can tell you one of the first tasks, whoever is appointed to the mayor, will have a meeting with Mr. Rapaski and the trooper that is in charge of the Canton Barracks and myself about the scheduling and taking care of who's supposed to be dispatched when and where, but to ensuring that during this low employment time for our police department that we'll be hopefully adequately covered, and they know whether to dispatch PSP or can't be.
Yeah, he called me about it, right?
Yep. So just those of you three, get with me after to make sure I have a good phone number and or an email address for you so we can get that meeting set up with those two. And it should be sometime this week.
I can we start publishing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Any questions?
Kathy?
Yes.
May I just ask what your experience in the military was?
Yes, I worked in supply. I was a mechanic for a while. Worked in arms, NBC, just all kinds of things.
Okay, good, thank you.
Yep.
For those of them that don't know, what's NBC stand for?
Gas mask, nuclear, biological.
Thank you. Any other questions? So, 3 people, Rich Porter, Kathy Fitzwater, and Dave Gruber.
There you are, young fella.
And same thing, number them as they come out, please.
Yeah, Brian.
Yes, sir.
Good job.
One.
Yes, sir.
Number 1, Kathy Fitzwater. Is there a motion? I will make a motion for Kathy Fitzwater.
I'll second.
Any discussion? I do that for the first ones. Discussion on. Roll call. Joy Williams.
Aye.
No. George Jennings. Brian Coble.
No.
Dave Atherton.
No.
Deanna Watkins.
No.
And myself, aye. 1, 2, 3. Noes have it, 4-2. Thank you, Ms. Fitzwater. I appreciate your interest in it. Number 2, Rich Porter. Is there a motion for Rich Porter?
I'll make the motion.
George Jennings, is there a second? If there is no second, the motion will fail. Number 3, Dave Gruber. Is there a motion for Dave Gruber?
I'll make a motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Deanna Watkins. Roll call. Joy Williams.
No.
George Jennings.
No.
Brian Coble.
Aye.
Dave Atherton.
Aye.
Deanna Watkins.
Aye.
And myself, no. It is tied. I'm probably the only person that's going to know this. And if I read this right, the council president does have a tie-breaking vote in the absence of the mayor. Does that sound correct?
I actually don't know, so you got me on this one.
So
We trust you, Mike.
that's how I read it. If I end up being wrong, I guess we'll find out. But I'll just go back to the no. Now this will move to the vacancy board hearing, which is held by.
Election department.
No, it's, we just did it. Who's the attorney?
Mr.
Holmes.
Not the attorney, Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Will Holmes.
So you get a hold of, is it Caleb?
No, it's Will.
Will Holmes. Let him know we need a vacancy board hearing for mayor. I believe we have 45 days from now, but I don't recall. Or is it 15? Well, I will ask you this.
Let me see if I have it with me.
I think we need to get it as soon as we can, so we're not gonna repeat it again.
I can't remember if it's 30 days from the resignation and then 15 after that.
I think it's 15, but.
So just have them within 2 weeks. Is there any times that doesn't work for council or dates? I'd prefer to stay away from Fridays, so for anybody going out of town.
Money's bad for me, but anyway.
Let Miss Lamont know so she can make the appropriate arrangements.
I mean, it ends up being a Monday to Monday, it's no big deal, they won't be very long, so.
Anything for the good of the order?
We need to, our fire contract payment was not paid, so we need to get that paid.
Okay.
That quarter needs to be paid.
I thought we sent out one, oh, we're in the fourth quarter now.
Yeah, we are in the quarter, so we need that taken care of.
All right. Anything else for the good of the order?
I did go to the fire committee meeting and I forgot to bring you the paperwork.
Okay.
It's on the
Well, actually, we'll take
desk.
care of it.
I'll bring it. I apologize.
Thank you.
The open house was a success. We had
I'm sorry.
over 50-some kids there. So actually, this is the first time we've ever had anybody. Normally it's John Schaefer. He's about the only one that used to come, or the people from Sherwood. But the open house was very well a success this year.
That was very well done.
Thank you, everybody. Our next meeting is November 11th, 7 p.m. Have a good night, everybody. Meeting is.